2 days ago, someone dropped me a comment right here, and this comment reads, I so much love this video as a person. Please kindly make some videos about licensing an agrovet business in Cameroon. And that person is Savils92. Hello Savils92, hope you're watching this video. As I always say, guys, if you watch my videos, make sure you drop me a comment, ask me your questions, and I am going to do a video in response to your question, okay? And that way I know I'm creating videos that adds value. At least it adds value to you. So Savils92, thank you for your comment. I'm doing this video in response to your question, and I hope you watch this video. And if you watch it, of course, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy what I'm doing, okay? And if you are anyone watching the Business in Africa YouTube channel and wanted to ask me any question ever since, please drop in the comment section below, because I'll do a video just for you. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive in. Now, first of all, we have to answer the question, what is an agrovet business? Now, an agrovet business or agroveterinary business is any business that you supply agricultural inputs and then animal health products to farmers and livestock keepers, okay? For example, because you know it's agroveterinary, so it implies that in this shop or in this business, you're going to be selling agro-phytosanitary products like fertilizers, like insecticides, herbicides, and all these things. And you also sell veterinary products like, you know, antibiotics for animals and stuff like that. So that is what generally is called an agro-vet business, okay? So now let's look at the step-by-step procedures to register this business in Cameroon. How to register or how to license this kind of business in Cameroon, okay? First of all, you have to decide on the legal form of your business. Remember, this is a business, so there are just so many different types of legal forms that you can pick from. It can be a sole proprietorship, which is just you alone doing your business. You can create it as a limited liability company, or in Cameroon, it's also called SARL. That's SARL, Société à responsabilité limitée, or Société Anonyme. SA means a public liability company. So this is just the structure of the business that you want to start running. So you need to decide. That's the first step. You need to decide which structure or what structure do you want to go with. And this will now depend on how you're going to register your business. Now, if you want me to do a video on, you know, different types of structures, that's all of status that you can have for your business, I can do a video on that. Just drop me your comment. As I said earlier in the video, drop me a comment. I'll do a video in response to that, okay? Now, of course, and then you need to prepare the name of your business. You know, every business has a business name, and this name will have to, you know, go down into the registry, and that's when you can now start that's the first step. You need to have a name of your business and decide on the form, that legal form that you want the business to go. Now, step number 2 is you have to create the business at the CFCE. Some people will say, what CFCE? CFCE is in French, Centre de formalité de création d'entreprise. Centre de formalité de création d'entreprise. It's kind of like a one-stop shop for company creation, where you can register these centers are everywhere in Cameroon. In every region you have these centers there. Their work is just to facilitate you to create your business in Cameroon, like register your business legally in Cameroon. Now, the documentation that you're going to need is you're going to need your passport or your CNI, your card, your national ID card. You need to have a lease agreement. Remember, you probably must have already had somewhere you want to start your business. So you have to come up with a lease or rent agreement, and then you have to do a localization plan, like to localize where your business is, and then you have to draw up the articles or the statute. Normally, this is done by the notary. And it also depends if you are starting your as a limited liability company as well. And then, of course, declaration of activity, proof of payment of formality fees, criminal records. In many cases, you go to the court and do your criminal record. You can send it to Yaoundé, the capital of Cameroon, and then you can do it there as well. Now, all this will take some time, but believe me, if you don't want to go through this hustle, you can contact me here, and we are going to go through that hustle for you. Like, we're going to register your company for you in Cameroon. If you are a local or a national, we can do that for you as well. If you are from abroad, like, you're coming into the country as an expat, or you're a foreigner, we can also register your company for you. So contact the numbers on the screen. That's what we do here at HR and Systems Limited. We can create your company and go through all of this, and we'll talk about this in detail. Okay, now that's the second step. Now the next step is register for taxes and NIU. That's the NIU or your taxpayer's card. NIU is in French, taxpayer's card is in English. NIU simply stands for Numéro d'identifiant unique. That's your taxpayer's number or registration number. Now, since after 2020, it's now done online through the DGI portal, Direction Générale des Impôts. The portal is online, so you can go online and do this. I have so many videos on this platform that I have actually shown you how to do this by yourself online. But as I said earlier, if you don't want to go through your stress, you can contact us, pay us some very small money, and we are going to help you do that for your company or your business. But as a business, every business, you need to register the business and start. Like, you need to have a taxpayer's card so that you can start paying your taxes. Now, the fourth point here is if you want to sell pesticides, insecticides, and things like this, then you need an agreement from Minader. What is agreement? Agreement is just kind of like some kind of license. So you have to apply for this license and have it. So phytosanitary products, everything that has to do with fertilizers, pesticides, agricultural inputs. DR Secure is a regulation and quality control of inputs and agricultural products at Minader. It's a special branch of Minader that you need to register. Of course, it's normal, okay, because the government wants to control the kind of fertilizers or the kind of chemicals that you sell to the population. It must not be dangerous and stuff, so they have to control it for quality. So you need to register at Minader. Now, if you want me to do a video on the procedures of registering this at Minader, then drop me your comments. I will do a video for that. And of course, we can also help you do this because we have very high level connections with Minader. We work with Minader. I work with Minader people to create companies and do this kind of registration. So if you have any difficulty in this direction, or if you want us to do that for you, contact the numbers on the screen. We are going to help you and register your business with Minader and obtain the license. Okay, and what do you need? Like, what do you have to prepare for the license at Minader? Typically, you just need a duly stamped application, your attestation of creation, or RCCM. Remember the first stage I said you need to create your company at the one-stop shop, right? So the documents you have there, you need it here, and then you also need your taxpayer's card, which can be done online. You need it here. Proof of premises, that's your rental agreement or your lease agreement. You also need it here. And of course, for this case, you need a technical manager. You need to hire someone, or you yourself will have to prove that you have the right training and the right certification to carry out this kind of business at Minader. But as I said earlier, if you have any issues, you can contact us. We are going to help you go through this process, okay? And then, of course, if you're also going to be selling antiparasitics, antibiotics, and vaccines, then you have to apply at Menipia. Menipia is the Ministry of Livestock in Cameroon, okay? So Menipia has a veterinary service where you need to apply there for authorization. So they need to give you an authorization to start selling anything that has to do with livestock and veterinary items, like, pharmaceutical items and things like that, antibiotics, vaccines for any type of livestock, for poultry, for piggery, for any type of livestock. You need to apply and have your license from Menipia. So if you want to do an agro-vet business, then you need to apply at Minader, which is the Ministry of Agriculture, and then you need to apply at Menipia, which is the Ministry of Livestock. Okay, now the next step is, of course, Product registration and compliance per product is if you probably want to start importing some kind of products, you need to make sure that all the products that you sell at your store, you import, has to be listed in the Minade list. Because if you sell anything that is not on the list, like it's going to be considered illegal and it can be seized. Controllers can come to your store and seize all your products. So before selling any product, you have to make sure that it is on the authorized list at both Minipia and Minade. So make sure you ask for this guidance. They have a whole guidance and you can ask for it and make sure that the products that is in your store or in your shop is on the list. If you want this, I can also do that for you. Just drop in the comment section below. Let me know that you want and I'm going to provide that for you, okay? So guys, thank you so much for watching. Those were just the steps that you need to register your license. So I hope I answered your question, guys. If I didn't, ask me more questions. I'm going to do a video exactly for that. I know many more questions can come from this. So if you're interested in this kind of business, you can drop in the comment section below. I will do a video in response to your question. But if you contact me one-on-one, my numbers are there. That's going to be considered as consultancy, and I'll charge you a fee for consultancy, right? So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, guys, make sure you click on the subscribe button and don't go anywhere. There are just so many other videos on this platform that's probably going to be of value to you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.